This is a segment of a poem called At the Mouth of the Russian River for Jenner, California. The town sat stacked up along the haunches of the mountain, which may have been a hillside, and the low houses held themselves back from the road which lay in the curvature of the river's womb. The town sat where the river's throat opened out into the Pacific Ocean. It met the sea salt water with violence, an inevitable violence, though, that made its crashing and harsh white spray somehow good. It instilled in us something like belief. We could see, we knew where the river met the ocean.
There are so many good poets here, and there's such a sense of nurturing one another and there are a lot of venues. There's the, of course, the Poetry Society of South Carolina. There's the Monday Night Blues series that Jim Lundy does at Meeting House, East Bay Meeting House. I know there are a number of other things.
This is part of a poem called Charleston's Bridegroom. She's mute with a smile that looks nothing like her throat's treasured tar, beauty queen fingers, diseased flesh infantry. She mimics your voice. Sheltered by hatred, you glide her ghetto, become intoxicated with blood-stained blue poison. Eat your slender, wasted meals off her good china. Until you rot, you'll spit on the landscape of your dutiful lover, desiring the cotton candy lips, Easter egg eyes, the practiced fingers dipped in sand. You call her repulsive and run off to kiss alleys, roadside bars, and molding graveyards. Let her wrap her slave gospel legs around you, slip you inside her sewer. Let her march on your bent back anxiety.
Well, they're doing the Tongues of Flame poetry series in conjunction with the Leslie Dill exhibit. Her art incorporates a lot of poetry, and it's just a wonderful combination of image and text. And there are 4 nights to the series, on 4 consecutive Thursday evenings. The first night, it's local poets from Charleston, and we're all affiliated with the South Carolina Poetry Society. And the second night features student poets from the College of Charleston. The third night is a visiting poet from North Carolina, Ted Pope, and the fourth night features nationally known poets who are all teaching in schools in South Carolina at the College of Charleston, the University of South Carolina, and Clemson.
The poem I'm reading is called On Becoming a Writer, which, as the title suggests, is about my transition from studying fashion design to writing. I no longer dream of stage streets frayed with crowds and stilt buildings winking with glitter, concealing the fashion I once craved. The plastic skin never grew out of me. The marketed models and I got along, but they belonged to the city, meant to balloon in imprisoned window displays. I took their stiletto lines, swathed in folded reds and violets, cut them into pieces, balancing black lines against each other, flexing them into arches, and ironed white in between until they spoke letters, then words. No longer needing color, I recycled it to the art students. For years, I thought about sticking the models back together, realigning the silver dot zippers, their pleat-drawn gowns hemmed with a single stroke. But the unmapped city noise settled in the background. The hiss of cheap paint smeared against walls, dumped glass against asphalt, the slow-burning sirens, a blinking reminder, the words and I are louder.
Charleston really, as far as my experience has just been an amazing place to come into poetry. Sometimes it is a mad queen standing tall, celery gown flowing in crisp pleats, flaxen hair ending frizzled brown, and ragged arms flailing while the king skulks behind his throne, willing himself small.
Moon pale bisque, etched blue with fish, brims red with fruit I cannot forgo as I stand at the window and watch the blush of late afternoon rise on pale cheeks of backyard hibiscus. Terrorist and taxes and needles and meds.